Previously, the ugly-ass Noor had just found out about the dungeon which would change his life from the sore loser that he was to a powerful hero. Now he encounters women who would change his life. At this time, Lola goes to the temple to see Luna, but on getting there, she meets her in a room resting because she is tired as she has been healing people all day. She meets Luna, and they both hug. Then Lola immediately tells her that she wants to discuss an important issue with her. Meanwhile, before meeting the cleric Luna, Noor decides to visit Olivia for some advice, but on getting to the dungeon, he notices that Olivia is angry because he did not visit her, to which he apologizes for, and he tells her about Maria and the curse. Olivia tells him to rely on the cleric as she would be a part elf if she has the power to exorcise. Then Olivia begins to tease Noor as she tells him that he would get a lot of like points if he does satisfying things with other species. Noor asks Olivia how he can get more points, and she begins to tell him nasty things that make him feel uncomfortable. Olivia tells Noor that she is only teasing him but tells him there is a skill he can use to get lucky, and it is called Lucky Leather, which would make him gain more life points. Noor leaves the dungeon and meets Emma in the city, but as he tries to run toward her, he slips and ends up having his face in between her giant cannons. A sudden breeze also blows and Noor begins to see the underwear of the ladies in the street. This makes his life points increase. Seeing this, he tells himself that is the lucky leather, and then he uses his editor's skill to change the skill to make his luck seldom. Emma begins to yell at Noor as she asks him why he is smirking.
Yep.
Which he tries to explain to her, but unknown to them, Lola and Luna have arrived, and they are watching them while they argue. Luna tells Lola how cute she finds Noor to be, as well as adding that he is her type, but Lola yells at her to focus on what she is to do. Then Emma and Noor suddenly stop and they both greet Luna, who tells them that they have a reservation for them to have lunch and discuss. Emma becomes sad as she sees that her only advantage against Luna is her huge melons, and she begins to blame herself for making Noor meet Luna. They get to the restaurant, and while eating, Noor tells Luna about the curse on Maria, which Luna reveals that she has met Maria before, but she is unable to lift the curse, because she cannot lift the 16-year-old curse. Noor becomes suspicious as he thinks Luna has a secret. He uses his discerning eyes to check and realizes that she can lift the curse, but her own lifespan would reduce. After eating, they all feel disappointed as they walk down the street. Then Luna suddenly tells them she would lift the curse, making Lola ask her why, as she had told them she does not have the skill. Noor immediately tells Emma and Lola that he would like to have a word with Luna in private, and they both step aside to talk, where he tells her that he knows her lifespan would reduce if she lifts the curse. Luna explains how her mother was also a cleric who devoted her life to saving people, and she wants to do the same. But suddenly while they talk, Luna and Noor hear a loud noise, and on getting there, they are told that a wall collapsed and a young boy is trapped under it. They are able to rescue the boy, and Luna heals the boy but loses her energy. After, Noor lifts her up as she begins to shiver and tells him she is scared of dying. When Noor checks, he realizes she has a Coorta skill as well.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Lola takes Luna from Noor and begins to pat her head. Within a few minutes, Luna wakes up and becomes embarrassed, but still tries to put on a show that she would save Maria. Then, Noor tells her that she would not die because she would use his skills to edit the condition that her lifespan would not reduce. He tells them of how he would change it so that Luna's money and finances would reduce instead. Also, Noor tells them how he needs life points to use his skills, surprising them when they learn of how he gets his life points. Noor tells them they would have to make up enough money for Luna before lifting the curse, and he asks Lola if there is something they can think of that would get him 2,000 life points. Lola informs them that there is an event that would fetch them money and help Noor get life points at the same time. She tells them of an event called the Harem Pride event, which is held every weekend by a noble who has been rejected by his wife. That weekend, they all go to the Harem Pride event, where the audience are violent because they have all been treated badly by women. The event starts and each team showcases the women they have, and the audience would give harsh comments about them while the noble scores them. Noor becomes scared as he sees how harsh and angry the audience are, telling himself he has to go home. At the Duke's house, Maria wakes up in the middle of the night and begins to complain of chest pain. Then her friend Amin comes in and begins to sob as she prays that someone comes to save Maria from the curse for her not to lose her life. Meanwhile, at the Harem Pride event, Noor and the girls watch as other people get insulted by the audience. But Emma tells Noor that she wants to go home as she cannot take the insults. Lola tells Emma to go home as she would stay with Noor, but on hearing this, Emma gets angry and tells Noor she is strong and can take in the harsh insults from the audience. After a series of insults, a particular team emerges, and they have the highest score because they are able to captivate the audience. Lola tells Noor and the girls that they have to beat the team because they are from a neighboring adventurers guild. Noor begins to think of what will happen if they do not win, but he tells himself he would not lose his confidence. Soon, they are called to showcase their beauty, but Emma is scared. Noor immediately blows a little breeze in her ear and tells her that she would do great. Emma becomes confident and immediately jumps to the auditorium, where she introduces herself, and the audience are unable to talk as they all fix their eyes on her giant cannons as they jump rhythmically. The audience claps for Emma, and Luna also goes in to introduce herself, followed by Lola. While the three ladies talk, the audience becomes excited as they all beg to be closer to the ladies. The noble scores them and realizes that they are the winner. However, the noble tells them that before they can be given the prize, they must put on a show according to 3 categories, and the things must be done to the male in their group. The ladies hold a meeting without Noor, where they all decide and agree on what to do according to the 3 categories they are given. Noor sits like a little baby waiting to be attended to by his mother while the ladies talk. Suddenly, the noble announces the beginning of the show, and as he gives them the categories, they all act and become closer to Noor, who enjoys every bit of it. The audience also witness this, and they all become hysterical as they wish to be Noor. But at the end of the last category, the noble begins to cry as he longs for his wife and daughter, and gives them their prize of 1 million rels. Noor and the ladies run out of the arena excitedly as they win, but after celebrating for a while, they all head to the Duke's house to heal Maria before she dies. On getting to the mansion, they see Amain outside crying, as she tells them of how Maria had held the pain in her heart since she was small. She also adds that the curse was from a sorcerer who fought with her ancestor, and the curse affected her only. Amain informs Noor of how Maria was impressed when she found out that he was the one who took first in the entrance exam. After speaking to Amain, Noor and the ladies are escorted to Maria's room, where they find the Duke and his wife. Noor introduces himself and explains why he wants to save Maria, but the Duke and his wife remember Luna, who immediately explains why she could not save Maria before. Noor explains how they have devised a way to avoid Luna's death and also save Maria at the same time. Maria sits up weakly to thank Noor, as she also kisses him to show her appreciation as well.
Wait a minute!
Which angers Emma and Lola while they peep from the door. Then, Noor holds Maria's hand as he tells Luna to lift the curse. Luna lifts the curse, and after a few minutes, Maria feels better and everyone in the room becomes emotional after Noor tells them he has used his discerning eye skill to confirm if the curse is gone. Maria thanks Luna for helping her, and also tells Noor that she would spend the rest of her life repaying him. Noor and the ladies leave the mansion, and Noor begins to feel excited as he is able to help Maria. But suddenly, he hears Emma and Lola telling each other that Maria has fallen for Noor. Just then, Luna also tells them she has fallen for Noor as well. The following day, Noor visits Olivia and explains how he and the girls were able to save Maria. But Olivia tells him that she is the only one who has not gotten a kiss from him. Olivia tells him that he owes her, because he would not be able to save Maria without the powers she gave him. Then, Noor goes closer to Olivia and gives her a kiss on the forehead. Olivia becomes dissatisfied and tells Noor that he should learn more and come and give her another kiss later. Later on, after healing Maria, Noor and the girls get 100 million rels each, causing them to be excited. Then, Luna tells them that she would use her own money to fix up her clinic, but Noor wonders what to do with his own. Emma suddenly suggests that he uses his money to open a shop so that he would be able to sell rare monster materials, just like they discussed before. Lola immediately interrupts Emma and tells her that Noor needs her accounting and calculating skills because Emma's melons cannot do calculations. Emma becomes angry about this, but Luna tells the 2 girls to stop arguing as she would be with Noor instead. Hearing this, the girls begin to get angry at each other. Then, Noor tells them that he would see them later and immediately leaves. Noor takes the money home and explains how he got it to his family, and they all congratulate him. Alice asks Noor what he would use the money for, and he tells her he does not know yet. Then, Noor's father tells Noor that he would not let him be the only breadwinner in their family. He suggests to Noor that he should keep the money with him, but Noor tells him he is aware that his father would squander the money in the casino. Noor then tells his family that he wants to open a shop and he would be in charge of collecting the goods to sell, but his father asks him to hire him, which he agrees but adds that his father should take care of the paperwork for the government. Then Alice tells Noor that she would keep an eye on their father so that he would not pocket the money. Later, Noor visits the dungeon to conquer more floors, but on getting to where Olivia is, he calls her and she does not respond. Then he begins to run his hands from her hands to her armpit, but he stops when he touches her beautiful melons, and she makes a happy noise. Olivia tells Noor that she is pretending for him because he did not come and greet her. Then he apologizes for that and tells her of his intention to conquer more parts of the dungeon, so as to have materials to sell in his new shop. Olivia suggests that Noor uses his skill to create a dungeon elevator skill, so that he would be able to conquer more parts of the dungeon. She also recommends a skill called Blinding Light, so as to help him defeat more monsters by making them blind. Hearing this, Noor gets the skills and decides to test the Blinding Light skill. Then he forgets to close his eyes and Olivia makes fun of him as she calls him a klutz. Noor explores the dungeon and after getting nothing in the second and third floor, he proceeds to the fifth floor and suddenly sees some dead monsters and animals. But he walks further and he senses a presence. Suddenly, Noor sees a huge pitch-black lion with a growing tulip in its head. He tries to use his discerning eyes, but he does not get any information about the lion. He uses his blinding light skill and tries to escape with his elevator skills. But as he is about to run away, the lion talks and tells him that it wants to speak with him.
Oh my God! Wow!
Noor becomes surprised as the lion tells him that he has good skills for him to be able to get to that part of the dungeon. Also, the lion tells Noor he needs to help him to look for someone on the 6th floor, and he would give him a ride in return. While riding towards the 6th floor, the lion tells Noor that his name is Tegerson, and he is named by his friend whom he is trying to look for on the 6th floor. On getting to the 6th floor, Tegerson tells Noor of how he and his friend had entered the dungeon years ago, but his friend told him to stay on the 5th floor while he conquered the 6th floor on his own. Noor asks Tegerson how many years he had spent waiting for his friend, and he answers that he has waited for 350 years. Tegerson continues to tell Noor that his friend named Vasel is an elf, and he had promised to wait for him on the 5th floor because he believes that a promise to a friend is absolute. Noor agrees to help Tegerson. Then he enters the 6th floor but realizes how dark it is, and he immediately uses his life point to create a night vision skill. Suddenly, Noor sees a figure, and when the figure comes closer, he realizes it is a zombie, but when he uses his discerning eyes, he sees that it is a sextuple zombie.
Yep.
Noor tries to run for his life, but realizes that the zombies are many and notices that the zombies are dividing their body parts into 6 while chasing him. Noor fortunately is able to enter a room and closes the door behind him. Then he hears another voice, which when he checks, he sees another zombie but notices that the zombie is different from the ones he had seen before. Noor immediately recognizes the zombie as Vasel and realizes that he must have been infected by the zombies. However, Noor heals Vasel and tells him of how Tegerson had sent him to look for him. Vasel becomes sad as he feels sorry for wasting Tegerson's time out of his little lifespan. Then he proceeds to tell Noor how he met Tegerson and randomly gave him a name which he fell in love with. Vasel decides to meet Tegerson, and when they get outside the 6th floor, Tegerson and Vasel hugs each other and Vasel tells Tegerson that they should give up conquering the dungeon as he would love to go back to his hometown where his lover might still be waiting for him. Tegerson accepts and they both escort each other to the entrance of the dungeon followed by Noor. On getting outside, Vasel reminds Tegerson how he would not be accepted in his homeland and Tegerson agrees to let him go back home. Vasel thanks Noor and Tegerson before leaving for his hometown. Outside, Tegerson tells Noor that he has to go back into the dungeon because he has forgotten something. Noor goes back to the 5th floor because Tegerson looks suspicious, and when he gets there, he sees Tegerson crying because of his friend Vasel leaving him. Noor feels sorry for Tegerson and asks to be his friend, telling him he would take him to his house, which Tegerson agrees to, and they both ride home. On getting home, Noor's father becomes scared of the talking huge beast Noor has brought home, but Alice and their mother are fine with it. While Noor's mother tells them that she would make a huge dinner, Alice plays with Tegerson. While Noor's father asks Noor why the lion has a tulip on his head, and Noor tells him that the tulip is the lion's sausage. Alice begins to play with the tulip on Tegerson's head. making him begin to feel on top of the world. But Alice continues to rub the tulip in a style that Tigerson suddenly roars. In the next video, we'll be seeing how Nor gets even more advanced as an adventurer. Also, his relationship with Emma becomes stronger, making the other girls wonder if they stand a chance.